Okay, after knowing these two things, like from where the bacteria comes in and how is the blood supply, now I will go to the next important thing. Matlab, there are few terminologies that we should know properly so that we'll know what happens in acute, what happens in chronic. So now, as I said, the from the blood supply, now the bacteria is getting lodged here, and because it has lodged here, your defense cells also comes and attacks it, and there is lot of uh, the neutrophils, macrophages, everything is there. In acute phase, you will have neutrophils, and in chronic stage you will have macrophages and all those things. But basically here is the activity going on. Now what will happen, because there is a lot of neutrophils which is dying, dead, and uh, active, and also you have lot of a bacteria which is also dying, dead, and all those things, and you have local cells also here. So this will cause pus here. Okay, now what will happen, it has to go out, then it will take least resistant pathway to spread. Obviously, as I said, this is very very resistant, so it will start coming either to the marrow, either into the the blood supply which is there here, or it will go here. Okay, now, so when it goes here, you have a thick periosteum here, so it will start pushing the periosteum. So from here, the pus, it will start pushing the periosteum, and you have the collection of pus here. So we call this as subperiosteal abscess. Okay, this is seen in few osteomyelitis cases. And then now what will happen, this pus cell, no, which it will go on spreading here, and then it will, in the center you will have the dead necrotic bone, and surrounding you have the pus which is spreading. If I have to say here, see, this is your dead bone, and surrounding is your I will take some other surrounding is your pus. Okay, so now you have to remember this, the name of this dead necrotic bone, and this is called as sequestrum. Okay, and forgive me if my spellings are wrong. So this is your sequestrum or sequestration, they say, no. Sequestration means the bone that is dead, it which doesn't have any vascular supply or anything, and it is surrounded by your pus. So what happens, what becomes problematic here, as you also remember, if pH changes, the local anesthesia, all those things, or antibiotics will not act here, right? So now here even your body cells cannot reach, defense system cannot reach, or even if you give large dose of antibiotics also, that also cannot reach here, because it doesn't have any blood supply. It is already dead and necrotic, and it is surrounded by pus, so there is no connection to the outside world for it. So in these cases you have to just with the help of surgeon cut this and remove it. If it happens in the mandible, you have to remove that sequestrum, you have to always remove. You cannot do any treatment to the sequestrum. Okay, now next thing, okay, this happens. Now your body will also show some response. Body thinks that by proliferating you will increase the mass and you can fight this off. So surrounding that, the body will release cytokines, no, that will stimulate the osteoblastic progenitor cells here, and the periosteum starts growing more and more. Okay, and there is a new bone formation. Body thinks that it can contain this. Okay, and it will see it thinks that by proliferating around it, you can stop the pus from going out, spreading out. So what it will do, it will start proliferating around it. Hmm? The new bone formed this way, you call it involucrum. Okay, involucrum. See, sequestrum is the dead necrotic bone. The new, there is a subperiosteal proliferation. Okay, and this is nothing but a reactive bone formation. So this bone you call involucrum. Okay, and then see, after this is done, but what happens is this is a reactive bone formation, right? So because of it will form very fast. Because of that, you don't have a proper Haversian system, nor osteon and all those things. So this is little weak. So if this is strong, what it will do, it will breach this, it will cut through this bone and it will start coming out. So you have this extra grown periostea layer, okay, and there is a cut here and you have this. So this becomes your sinus, or they call this cloaca. And you have muscular layer and then you have a skin, right? So it will come and attach here, so this became your sinus or fistula, whatever. Okay, so this becomes sinus tract, and later epithelialization occurs, and that time it will become a permanent structure. Then a surgeon has to cut this, and you have there, it will undergo secondary healing. Now this is the thing. So first there is a pus formation. Because of the pus, lot of pus here, the whole okay, I didn't tell you why this becomes dead and necrotic. No, the thing is like, because see, in the bone what will happen, you have this Haversian system and there is a interconnection, all these things surround, it is surrounded by bone. Outside the bone, what will happen, if there is a blood vessel and if there is some pus here, it will drain here on. If it is more, this can expand, okay, outside when it is in a soft tissue, the blood vessel. Here what will happen, there is a lot of pus here, and this will block the whole blood vessel, it cannot expand here because it is surrounded by mineralized bone. So whole this thing, there will be an ischemia. So there is no, though it is going through the blood, okay, because of that pus, the whole bone which is surrounding this blood vessel, okay, the bone which is surrounding this blood vessel, though it is resistant to this and it doesn't have the pus, because the blood vessels are blocked, there is a ischemia, and because of that it dies, this bone part will die. I think you are understanding what I'm trying to tell. Because of that it and then you will call it a sequestered bone, and after that the bone which forms around it, the new bone, you will call it involucrum, and this all thing will happen. Now second thing that you have to know is, once again, I'm sorry. The second one is that if I think that this is not Staphylococcus aureus, okay, this bacteria is a very is having low virulence. So that time what will happen? Your body's defense cells are enough to control it here. So what it will do? It will trap this infection. I mean bacteria here, and around it there is a new bone formation, okay, not pus, new bone formation. So there is a new bone formed and inside you have the pus, and this happens because your defense system is more active towards this particular bacteria, and this kind of a thing is called as Brody's or abscess, something something, okay, spelling you see, okay, Brody's I think, or something, abscess. Okay, I think these things are clear.